Okay, so still working on the leg drag pass. Thrones in the bottom. So up until now we've just looked at we looked at an entrance from Danagher. We're throwing into Danagher and then I made the grips and bumped and I physically dragged it. Then on Saturday we looked at more dealing with the open hand approach or the open guard approach, whereby I kind of use no-gi grips and rather than dragging the leg, I kind of got angle and I pushed the leg. And then we looked about how my knee passes between his knees. His feet are facing in the direction I want them, and so is his knees. It's all about hip control now. So I'll bring my tricep over the top leg, anchor myself to the lapel, and then I control the far hip. And now it's just all about, making a connection to Tyrone. And then from that position, I'll look at passing to side control. Let's look at a gi version of that, only we're just going to use one hand. So I'm kind of playing the whole game. Again, you can relate this to the Toriando. We're going to show you, possibly on Saturday, how to combine the Toriando and the leg drag pass. You're not getting confused in all the different passes. It just gives you more options. So again, from that same position, I'm going to make the grip on the outside of the pants, and then I take a step. So we talked about how I can push to get angular advantage, but I can also move myself. I mean, where do I want? I want Tyrone's knee past my center line because it's in line with my hip. I really need it here, so I can make that initial grip. I can keep it here and I'll just take a step. Okay, the minute I get to here, I'm pushing this knee down and my knee's entering. Nothing's really changed. Okay, I want control of that top knee, so my tricep controls it. And then I fill the space with my knee. It's all about now the nape grip. We want the nape grip. Now, let's just look about another scenario about passing to side control. I really want Tyrone flat on his back because then I can basically move the side control. Because when he's on the side, he's more, his escape is to get to his knees. Hard for him to get to his knees, but he's on his back. I'm actually flatten you and I have this pinned and I'm here. Roll your knees now, bro. It's just not going to happen. So there's where I want them, but how do I get that hip on the mat? This is very smart. So we're here. All I'm going to do is, from this position, I'm going to use my left knee, the one that's controlling the far hip, I'm going to use it to smear Tyrone's hip this way. And now from this position, I'm going to move into side control. So all I'm kind of doing is smearing his bottom hip with my knee. The one that's here, I'm just going to use my hip, to turn it that way. So let's take a look at that again from this scenario. I think this is probably the version I like the best. So from here, I'll make that initial grip, just not on these skin tight pants here. And the Robocop knee pad underneath it, pure metal. So you make that initial grip and then cut that angle. Because there's two ways I can cut angle. I can move Tyrone's legs, or I can move around them, or I could do a combination of both. So we make this grip. I can either hold it there or help it some way, but the main thing is I'm getting angular advantage by sidestepping. My other hand though will be pushing this down, and now immediately I'm coming over the top and getting that control. My knee's coming in. I'm going to look for that nape grip, and now as I pass the side control, I'm going to use my knee to physically turn Tyrone's hip. So it's very hard for him to escape to his knees. Now, the minute I do that, this also will be dropping down and I'm going to be coming hip to hip from here. Then moving up the body and getting the cross face. Let's look at that again. So from our position, I make the grip, I take the step, I push this down, I control the top knee, my other knee comes in, I look for that nape grip, and now from there, as I use my knee to turn, and I'm actually tilting Tyrone, this is going to come, and now I've made a wedge. My right elbow's against his left hip, I'm going to put my hip on his hip. Now I work my way up the body, and get my cross face. Obviously, if Tyrone, before I go for that, and he rolls his knees, it's just the move he did last time. So when I make that initial grip and I cut the angle and I come in and I cover this and I'm here and he decides to roll to his knees, my first hook's in, I have the knee grip, please do your scrape off escape. Oh. And now I'm playing the game. So just another few little details. So it's a one-handed knee grip version, and then that detail of using my knee to tilt the hip. Okay, and then hopefully we should finish this off on Saturday, and then we'll be into the long step pass, which is a pass I don't use and I don't really know it that well, so that'll be interesting. I don't really use it that much.
I never heard of it.
The